Hey guys, it's Erin from Go Erin Go, and I thought I would try something new and start a monthly Q&A, a video Q&A. So to kick it off, I thought I would do the questions that kids ask me. As I've been out speaking, I'm speaking at a lot of schools, and so I was just speaking with 45 4-year-olds actually in Naples, Florida, and they had a lot of questions and were really attentive and really sort of engaged and knew a lot about the world. It was surprising. I also spoke with a private geography club that had students everywhere from 1st grade to 7th grade, and they were super knowledgeable too. Anyway, here are my 3 favorite questions that those kids asked. The first one was, had I seen a tiger? And the answer, of course, is yes, I have seen a tiger. I saw a tiger in India when I was visiting Ranthambore National Park. I was on a tiger safari for several days, and we were really, really lucky to see a tiger because there hadn't been many sightings. And we went out sort of in the late afternoon when you're not really that likely actually to see a tiger. And it was a really great viewing because we saw him for a good 10-15 minutes. We followed him through the woodlands, and we got to see him do all sorts of things that tigers do. And it was just really magnificent. We could see like the face and the beautiful coat and the stripes, and we were super, super lucky. So one of the little boys actually told me afterwards that he had seen a saber-toothed tiger, but I don't think so. I didn't think he saw a saber-toothed tiger. I think he maybe saw a Siberian tiger in the zoo, which of course a white tiger from up in Russia. So, but that's pretty cool too, even if he saw a Siberian tiger, because they're magnificent creatures, especially to see them in the wild. Okay, the second question is, another little boy from the Montessori school asked me if I like to swim. And yes, I do like to swim. I love to swim, actually. I grew up in California and Hawaii, and so I grew up on the beach, and I love the water. I actually scuba dive as well. And I came to scuba diving kind of late in life because I'm a little bit scared of deep water, and so I had to kind of overcome the fear. And for my birthday, I got scuba diving lessons when I was in Zanzibar. And because, you know, being in Zanzibar isn't a big enough birthday present, I have to get scuba diving lessons too. And so I got my PADI certification when I was there. And it was actually the perfect place to learn because Zanzibar is known as the Disneyland of diving because there's so many fish and so many colorful fish. And it was really spectacular, and I had a great instructor. And then last year, or the year before actually, I got my advanced certification, PADI certification for deep water diving, night dives, cave dives, and wreck diving. And that has actually opened up a whole new world too, another layer, of course, of the underwater world. When I was in Roatan, getting that in Honduras, the advanced diving certification, I went on a night dive and saw one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life, which is a string of pearls. And so you go in a night dive when there's no moon, so that there's no light actually filtering through the water. And you go underwater and you turn off your flashlight, so it's completely dark and you're underwater, which again is fairly scary. And then when you really start looking around, you start seeing these little iridescent dots. And what it is actually seahorse semen that are bits attached to strings, and they're all around you in the water, you know, during certain times of the year. And it's really beautiful. It's like you're in the middle of the universe, and you're swimming through the Milky Way, and it's just, I have to say, one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So very, very lucky. Love scuba diving. You guys should try it. So I'd love to swim. Now for my third and final question that I really liked. I was asked by somebody in the geography club if I had seen Santa Claus. And we're talking about it because, of course, last year I had been to the Arctic Circle, and the capital of the Arctic Circle is Sodankylä in Finland. And Sodankylä is actually where the letters go. So when kids write letters to Santa, they don't go to the North Pole, they go to Sodankylä, Finland, and they answer them. They have a whole industry there of huts where Santa lives, and Santa's walking all over the street. And I never knew actually such a place existed where a Santa Claus really does live. So when I was asked the question if I had seen Santa Claus, my answer was I had seen a lot of guys who would look like Santa Claus, which I think is definitely the truth. So those are some of the cute questions I get asked, and I love it. You guys are writing in and asking me lots of questions too about suggested itineraries and things to do on the road, so keep them coming. Next month we're going to answer some of those questions. And just one thing that I learned while I was talking with the kids, I learned that the plural of mongoose is actually mongoose and not mongoose, which I did not know that before, but the kids told me so, and I believe them. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next month. Bye.